modern day masculine man, take one.
What makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo! Boy, every time I hear that, it just make me proud. Like, I remember we sat here and recorded this song, and my homeboy that's singing had to leave. And I was like, yo, man, we was sitting here, and he had stopped in town, and he just stopped by to say hi, and he was on the way through. And I was like, look, I need to do an intro for my joint real quick. And he was like, you got the beat? I was like, yeah. He was like, you got the song? I was like, well, shit, let's write it as we go. And then it just started. I was like, say, got my shit together, do what I want to do, say what I want to say. I won't break it. I am not. You notice I said the Mr. Two Parts in there. That's where that came from.
I saw that.
I am not you. You know what I'm saying? I am not, you are not me. I am not you. I keep it real so I can do what I want to do. And that's where I got the idea for Mr. Two Parts from.
I love it.
But yeah, man, it's Wednesday. I'm checking this with the group. Hey, Miss Delise. Hey, Tennessee Hot Chicken to see that we got good sound. I'm assuming we good because ain't nobody said nothing yet. You look real nice with your hair pulled back. I never seen you with your hair pulled back like that.
You know, I always do a little something.
Not the shoulders. Women, boy, y'all are so funny, man. Y'all are so funny. If every woman, like you said, with just side note before we get started with the cool school, you know what I'm saying, the Swag Academy. If every woman could just, golly, I got to work last night, and it's this older Jamaican lady in there, and she always smells good. And she's just so dainty and feminine. Mm-hmm. And when she come to work, the lady be washing the walls off. And she be like, it just doesn't look bright. I'm serious. You know how Jamaicans have like
absolutely.
Have like a tough, like they're I guess the like they said, well, you want peas and rice? You be like, you don't know if they mad or not. But so she was just in there, and she was just aggressively, it doesn't look bright enough, and washing the walls off. And I was like, what is this lady washing the white walls at our job off? And then she was washing them off with some of those, like, you know, the little canister that, and you pull the thing out, and it's like one wipe, but it's
the white, yes.
Yeah, they smelled so good. And by the time I said, this lady crazy in here washing walls. And when she finished, she sat down. She said, so girly. She said, that's so much better. And I looked around. It looked so damn bright, much brighter than that. I did not realize it. And it just smelled so good. And then I was like, wow. And immediately I was like, damn, not this. I started looking at the old lady differently, and it's like a old ass Jamaican lady, you know what I'm saying, that I never thought to look at in a way like that. But when that lady finished washing them walls and sat down, and it smelled so good, I said, damn, I'm like, I want to holler at this old lady. And it's funny when you did that thing when I was like, I see your hair, and you was like, and women just don't know. If you don't know how to do that, I don't think, like you said, it can be taught, but if you don't know how to do it, really, I think it comes from not being around a father growing up. I think
Miss Curry needs to learn how to do it.
Huh?
Miss Curry, Aisha, she needs
you
to
know.
know.
She don't know how to do it.
She doesn't. She needs to learn.
She doesn't at all. And it's almost like when you look at her, you would think that she would or be dainty, but it's something almost hard about her. She don't even look like your average light-skinned girl looks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I'm assuming you may say something about that, but
You
yeah, I
already
just
know.
wanted to throw that out there. How your week going so far?
Amazing. Everything's going well. Listen, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Um, I'm just excited to be here. How about you? How are you
I'm good. I'm good. Let's go ahead and get it going. Get
doing?
it going. What we talking? I like the topic. I saw the flyer. You know what I'm saying? And I like the topic, but I don't be knowing where you going with it. So I just like, hey, it is what it is. I started thinking about it in my life. It's love enough. You know what I'm saying?
Love enough. Let's
I
add
started thinking
that.
about it in my own life.
Right. Is love enough? I think I just want us to ad lib this one. I don't want to have any type of real
Mm-hmm.
structure. I just want us to focus on, you know, the times when love might be 0, 100,
I see
or
what
we
you're
just
saying.
don't have nothing to give. And we're in this relationship. Can we still be warm, caring, well treated? Can we still do something for them?
Mm.
Or we only give when we think we're going to get something in return?
That's funny because I remember when me and Chris first got married, I
Mm,
used to always tell her, because I had been married before.
right.
And I would say, Chris, I think we should I was like strategically trying to stay married.
Okay.
Things- No, seriously,
I believe you. No, I think that's awesome. You
yeah,
have to. You
the
have
things
to.
that I realized from the first marriage, I was like, yo, I want us to write down things that we like, you know, and I said at least once a week we're gonna do a thing for each other.
Okay.
And it would be so crazy because she would do something for me, I would do something for her, she would do something for me, I would
Right.
do something for her. And like that third go by, somebody would always not do it.
Right.
Then the other person forget. And
Mhm.
it took us so long to get to the point where we was constantly, okay, let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. But it will always be like she'd mess up one week or I'd mess up one week. And I
Okay.
would be like trying to figure out, am I consciously not doing my thing because she didn't do her thing? I know I didn't sit here and say she ain't do her thing, so I ain't doing my thing. But it
Right.
was almost like a subconscious there, like when you send somebody send you an email and you know you got to respond, but
Right.
somebody like, I got 2 days, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's like, are you really saying that? You know what I'm saying, when you're not responding?
Right.
So it's crazy that you say that, because I would be like, we got to stay at it. And it would be times that we were like, and we were like, well, maybe this stupid. You know what I'm saying? She would say
Okay.
that, or I would say it, but
Right.
it was a situation where we got to the point where we was like, okay, this is a duty, this is a thing, this is a thing. And
Okay.
so I realized why when I wanted to do it, I realized when it got to the point that it was an autopilot thing,
Mhm.
it got to be something that I expected and loved and wanted to see. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? It got to be like, okay, my thing coming. My
Okay.
thing coming. Like I could have a day, and we would randomly do it during the week. But when we
Right.
do it, it'd be like I did my thing, and it
Right.
would be like I would be like, as the week go by, I would be starting like, is my thing coming today? You know what I'm saying? But I really can say that knowing someone is going to do or be concerned specifically about you, about something that small,
Right.
really made me expect it and feel good. And that's when I say, I said all that to say, I
Mhm.
don't think love is necessary uh as much as people think it is. I'm more of a duty person. I'm more of a duty person. I
Okay.
think if like we talked about it last week, the contractual situations,
Mhm.
when people know what they supposed to do and know what they gonna get for doing what they supposed to do,
Right.
people kind of just do.
Right.
And that make you love to me. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And when I say I don't believe in love,
Mhm.
I guess I'm looking at it from the aspect of the world's definition of love. Because me and Chris, we were sitting down one day in our beginning of our marriage. I was like, we done did everything that the world said people love each other shouldn't do to each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like literally, like sitting down. They said love don't do this. If you love somebody, you wouldn't do this. And
Right.
it's like, well, we didn't check off all that shit, and we still together, and we want to be together. And
Right.
it's like, I know I done did everything that I ain't supposed to do that said love. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm explaining. Like
No, I
there's
get it.
like
Right.
like people say, well, love wouldn't cheat. We had an agreement about our pilotness and openness, and we both cheated on that. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Next, it's like, and then like, long story short, whatever we violated all the rules of love, and we
Okay.
still wanted to be together. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, maybe you can help me understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, and that's why I wanted to talk about this because I feel like love is subject to change. So I don't think it's always the same. I think
yeah,
it's subject to change. I think sometimes love is really dominant in the relationship, and sometimes it's more submissive or non existent. But it doesn't stop the effort, the
that's what I
care.
mean.
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't stop the effort, it doesn't stop the care, or the familiarity doesn't cease because we're no longer in so called love with each other.
Yeah, it's
I
like the duty don't stop. That's what
no,
I guess I'm trying to say. I like,
right,
I'm more of a duty person, but the
right,
more that the more that we dutied, the more love became real. But it
right.
was so not what people think and say it is.
And if you think about it, I think sometimes, depending, this is just me, I feel like love varies. Sometimes we might be like sibling love, sometimes we might be besties, sometimes we might be mother father love. Sometimes we might be, more like lover love. I feel like it comes in different variations.
I do agree with you on that.
So I don't feel like it's all in one box.
But I think the way you describe that, remember, like I said, the word love, it's very hard for me to say I this my daughter and I this my wife.
Right,
I think it's too hard to use the same word for that.
right, right, right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So it's a situation we keep using this word, and it's so hard to define. But when I keep defining it and hear people talk about it, I keep hearing this. I want them to do the things that they do for me. That's
Right,
what I just keep hearing.
right,
It's like we're calling it a feeling, and I think, like they say, infatuation when you first hook up. You know,
yes,
I like you, and you're cute to me, and I'm attracted to you. And this thing that they say butterflies in your stomach, that's bullshit, because you don't feel none of that shit head over heels. You
yes,
are excited because you got a new toy to play with. And
right,
that's the thing. In the beginning, when me and my wife decided to get married and have an old relationship, I was like, I like newness. And I was like, I know you can never be new to me. And she was like,
mm,
I like newness too. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing we can never be is new to each other. I love talking to a new woman, getting to know a new person, a new personality, a new smile. It might not be for long,
right,
but I like how that feels.
yes,
So I wasn't gonna rob myself for that, and she didn't want to rob herself for that. So
right.
it's a situation where it's like everything that love's supposed to feel like, this stuff don't be real, but
But
it keep coming around to, well, they do this, and long as they do this, we good.
well, I don't necessarily call that love. It's more infatuation or more
That's what I
lustful.
mean.
But I think love has a more stronger abundance. And normally, when we look at it, we realize that it comes in different variations, rhythms, vibrations. Even when we're talking, we might be in a certain season with our lover, and when we're talking to each other, their their voice will calm us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll feel soothed inside just from their voice alone.
Yeah.
Or we might feel like, man, I just love their presence. Just you don't even have to. We don't even have to be talking. Just in the same room, breathing. That's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And other times we have to be up underneath each other, making love to each other, and then we feel like it's an abundance of love. I feel like it varies. I
I
do.
definitely feel like it varies, but I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it without saying love, but describe love. It's like I hate when people say give a definition of a word using the word. What's the definition of love? Love is when you love, like love. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I'm trying to describe it. Like love is when you, to me, love is when you're willing to keep moving forward and keep going with a person regardless of the circumstances. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it, because there are times that I don't feel none of the shit that you said. There
Mhm.
are times that I actually say to myself, damn, I would like to start all over and be a bachelor again, and
Okay.
really sit there fucking 30 minutes and think on that shit.
Okay.
And then when I'm finished thinking on it, I'll be like, I don't want to not be with my wife. I don't want to not be with Chris.
Right.
But there are times when it's tempting. There are times when I'm just being honest. I don't know why people, and that's why I keep saying if we be as honest about it, it's like we're gonna come up with this new definition for love
Right.
that is palatable for folks to understand, because
Yeah.
otherwise, if we don't feel like Disney World, we think we ain't got nothing no more.
Right.
And that's what I really believe has been the issue. I think since the beginning of time, when man used to go on conquest and 6-year conquest and come back, the woman said, what do you bring me? What do we get? Did we get land, gold? And the
Right.
man said, yeah, I got all that. I'm gonna keep that. But look, I got you some cute and pretty. And that developed a something in woman. So it's almost like I believe man, especially in the modern, let's say, I want to say modern world,
Okay.
like 1500s above.
Okay.
I really believe man has understood that love is this duty,
Mm.
is doing, and women have been thinking love is a feeling. Because I know for a fact, I'm always good. When I said duty, people get like, "Oh, what do you mean duty, duty, duty?" No, if coming by, rubbing my shoulders when I'm in the studio for one little second,
Yeah.
that little Philly thing makes me feel good. That's love. If you do it,
Right. Right.
how would I know this if something don't happen?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I think we as Americans be looking for a feeling, and when the feeling don't feel like that, we think we done lost the relationship. And if we just keep going,
Yeah.
that feeling may never be Philly like that again.
No.
It could feel like you said, brother and sister, mother, father,
Yeah.
confidant. It can feel, but it's like it's there.
It's there. Yes.
But we looking for that thing that makes us googly eyed and wanna hug and rub on them so much.
Right. Right.
Like women get to the point. I've went in. Nobody told me that one of the reasons that I loved my wife when we first got together.
Mhm.
We used to do this thing called pretzel, and when I say pretzel, it's like there was a certain way that we would lay, and normally when a woman lay on your arm, after a while that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
know you've been laying on your man arm, and after a while, he said, let me get my arm out. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it was some about the way she laid and I laid, and I had my arm twist up in each other. We could fall asleep like that and stay asleep, and
Right.
would not, my arm would not go to sleep. And I used to be like, we in a pretzel, and this shit hurt my arm. And she's like, yeah, if I thought my head was heavy, and most guys have always told me, let me get my arm out because
Right.
it's heavy. Because my wife got a big head. So it's like it's a situation where it's like we would be in each other and could sleep for hours or just lay there and watch TV, and it wouldn't get uncomfortable.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
I knew that meant something
Mm.
about how our bodies meshed
Right.
and how we we're comfortable laying. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
How
Yes.
I'm comfortable laying matches her comfortable laying to a
Yes.
point where you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Nobody never told me my bitch was gonna get hot and I can't get that no more.
Wow.
That's obsolete now.
Right. Right.
Other than, hey baby, let's pretzel, and you get into that position and it feel good like it used to feel, and then
Wow.
it's like, up, I'm getting hot.
Right.
And then once she get hot, we got to get out of it.
Right.
And then I'm like, well, damn, I don't even want to go into this shit if you're gonna get hot in 30 seconds.
Right.
So that shit is gone.
Right.
But that was a crucial thing that we both loved, that we both desired, that we both just knew about each other. That's not here no more.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is,
Mm-hmm.
if we looked at it the way the world looked at it, we would think our shit is done.
Right. But you had to reinvent.
Yeah.
This is where it gets cute.
But okay, I'm sorry.
This is where it gets cute. When you fall out of things not being able to be anymore, you reinvent or you expire. It's one or the other. Depending upon you and she, both of you are like, you know what? Let's try something else. Let's do something else. Let's create something else.
And it happens, Carla. I want people to be clear about this.
Right.
And understand, because you just said one of the best ways I can explain it and hear it. You said when something continues to not be. How did you say that?
When something continues not to any longer mesh and be.
You said be what it be or something.
Yes.
Like, for example, when that pretzel position we was in,
right. When it stopped.
It stopped, right?
Right.
Now, we're not consciously saying,
no,
let's reinvent something to replace that.
No.
Crystal's here now.
Right.
And her climbing on the bed, laying, going between us, feels just as good.
Right.
I think if the duty is there,
yes,
it will morph itself.
Yes.
Into what it's supposed to be. And those feelings will always be there, but people stop doing what they supposed to do when they ain't getting their way. And then it's like, now you have an animosity. That's why I brought that up in the beginning, where I would be like, do yours and I'll do mine. And then one day when I don't do mine, she'd be like, well, you ain't do yours. I'd be like, but Chris, the purpose is for us to do, regardless if we forget. You see what I'm saying? And then I'd be like, when you ain't do yours, and I realized
right.
That's what the problem. Okay, so you gonna stop cooking? You gonna stop cleaning? You gonna stop filling my car with gas? You gonna stop rubbing my feet? It's like you're gonna stop something. You see what I'm saying? But okay, if you stop it, like over time, my wife has carpal tunnel from doing hair.
Right.
Over time, her foot rubs don't be as hard, or massages don't be as hard as they used to.
Her thumb strength this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But what am I going to do, sir? God damn it, that shit ain't like it used to be. It's something morphs and replaces that.
It does, yes.
Without us consciously.
If we have a willingness inside to allow it, that's where it gets sticky now. If we get to the point where we're stubborn and we don't want nothing but that, we don't want to hear nothing else, only this or nothing, that's when everything falls apart and crumbles.
So I want us to come up with a definition for love. So let's take some things that we like. I like that when things don't be what they used to be, you have to reinvent it. Yeah. I like the idea of the willingness.
Yes, willingness.
Is that what love is? That willingness?
Yes.
Even if you don't feel the
yes.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. No matter how I cut it, love turns into a verb, not a noun or a state of mind. Like people be like, I love, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like all of a sudden, like I said, she loves Steph, but now she changing how she feel, like da. So it's just to me, I just think over time,
Okay.
with all these people that have been married, and you know what I realized too? The
What?
person that's happy don't ever walk around saying I'm happy. So it's like I just figured somebody since the beginning of time should have been able to make this shit clearer so that couples and it ain't as hard as we think. You know, it's so hard. We make this shit very, 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 very hard, Carla.
Well, to the point of Miss Aisha, I don't think she had any playgirl years at all.
Yeah, I've been saying, you know, she ain't getting no
And
older. She ready
no,
to hold now.
she didn't have her playgirl years. Um, and for that reason, she's bored.
Of course.
She wants attention, male attention.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, most people would look down on her for bringing her sexy back. Here's what's true. It really don't have anything to do with another man, but what it has to do with her tapping into her own sexiness inside. And this is what most women lose. The Swag Academy will teach this. We have to tap back into self. Period. Doesn't matter what relationship status we're in.
Yeah.
Married, single, together with 2 or 3 people, whatever you got going on. What good is it if you can't be flirtatious, fun, bubbly, excited to be here on the planet, whether you're in a relationship or not?
Mm-hmm.
What good is it? Men will approach me not because I'm trying to shake a little something for them, but I'm always cool. Like, hey, how are you today? Are you good? You're looking a little down, everything good. And they're like, oh, wow, you paid attention. Yeah, this. Strike a conversation. Aisha, if you want a man so bad to get attention from, be in a lighter light with self. The problem is you're bored with your life.
Exactly.
Because you feel like you're not getting male attention from other men. Let me explain something to you. Regardless of what you got going on, there's always men out here that love beautiful women. And maybe you're not to the, to that level of, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous, but nor am I. But men will be like, I'm just glad that a woman is bubbly. Her essence alone, she's around. I'm glad she's here. She makes the room brighter just by being you. But the problem is, we're looking for something on the outside to want us.
You know what? I agree with you so much because, and it goes back to that purpose thing that you were saying, bottom line. You can tell this chick ain't got shit to do with her life and herself. She has no purpose. And, she don't even see mothering her children as a purpose because sometimes people need more than that to be fulfilled. But it's crazy because what you're saying is this. This is essentially what you're saying. And I truly hear you. And this is how relationships are. That woman don't look happy and never gonna get no attention from a man, no matter how she look.
No.
Or whether she was. I see women all the time that I say, if you weren't so damn miserable, you would be a fine motherfucker. But you can see that miserable life all over them. And I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. Right. I don't want to speak to this bitch.
No.
You can see it all over them. And then there are some women that look like I'll say have the Carla effect. And I ain't talking about walking around flirting and, hey, big boy, let me get the door for you. I ain't talking about all that. I ain't talking about that. Like you say, you may go a little extensive to make a man smile or make a man happy. But I ain't talking about doing that.
No.
I'm talking about just not being a bitch looking.
Just
a woman's presence is everything. Right. So there are some women that I see that are so smiley and happy. I be like, that motherfucking ass woman fine as shit. Like she ain't got none of the qualities and none of the looks. It's a lady I work with. She come in every morning. She got a mustache and a funniest shape in the world. I
Right.
mean, chicken little, big up top, skinny legs. But when she come in, she just so damn happy with her chicken box. And she was like, hey, everybody, anybody want some of my chicken? Every day. And this lady just brings the fucking peace, the happiness to the room. And I guess what?
What?
When a woman is like that, a man figure out something to admire in her. And I be looking at this lady, and I'm honest to God, she's so unattractive. But I be like, damn, her hair always looking good. Ah, fuck this lady with this good hair. It's like something about that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like
Right.
it
And Aisha has something that men will draw to, but because she's so down about what she doesn't like about her
she's
life,
not pretty at all when you look at her on TV.
no. But the problem is it comes from the inside out beauty. Because we don't have shit to do with this. Nothing.
Yeah,
This is what we come like this. This don't have nothing to do with us. However, from the inside out,
yeah.
listen, you can get a 4 or 5 and have that beauty from the inside out. She'll be a 10 in a minute. And men won't know. I don't know
We
why.
won't even see it. We won't even see the ugliness. We
No.
be like, I don't know what. And I've seen men with women that when I first saw that woman around the corner or something,
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's an average looking woman, or she's
Right.
not super attractive. And then somebody come up and be like, hi, ain't you? Oh, this is my wife. And you see her, and once she shake your hand, you be like, okay, I see why he fuck
I
with her.
see why he's.
I
Yeah.
see why he fuck with her. She got
Yeah.
that glow. And
Yeah.
it's Aisha Curry is the perfect example of what I could say is you have zero glow, bitch.
Right.
And when I look at you, it's like men say this bitch should be pretty, but
Right.
this bitch ugly. It's almost like you can see the white in her. I can't explain it. It's like when a woman ain't happy or jolly, you can notice every flaw in her. I don't like the way her fucking neck and chin shape under. Because what it is, you know how they say it take more muscles to frown than to do
Yeah.
to smile.
It does.
So when you frown and walking around in that frown face,
Right.
we can see your wrinkles in your forehead more. We
Yeah.
can see if your chin shape funny. We
Yeah.
can see the neck. We can see everything about you. But when a woman is happy, it's like you don't scan her like that. It's almost like, how can I say this?
You want her in your. You want her in
Judge
your
her.
life.
Yeah. It's like I'll say it like this: when a woman is beautiful, beautiful spirit, I'm
Right.
not looking for her flaws.
No. For
But
what?
when a woman's spirit ain't beautiful, it's like I'm saying, let me figure out what's wrong with this bitch because she thinks she's so goddamn fine. Up there you go. This bitch kind of look like Tiny a little bit from Escape. You know, it's like
But
I
this is why, if you notice,
not to like your ass.
and if you notice, that's what most people are coming for her. They're coming for her from that space. They're not coming from a space of, let's give her some compassion. Let's see what's going on with her. They're not
Because
coming
we
from that
don't
space
feel
because they're like, we don't feel on her that she gives herself any type of
there you go.
gratitude.
She don't feel genuine. It don't.
There's
She don't
no
feel
genuineness.
genuine. Now I can understand a woman. Get this, so you know. I know exactly what the fuck she mean. Everybody knows what she mean,
Of
but it
course.
don't feel good coming from her because she
Right.
ain't got that glow. Now, if you take somebody like if Angela Bassett would have said that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, or LeBron James' wife would have said that, we'd have understood exactly what she meant.
Right.
We'd have understood it. We wouldn't
And
have
there
looked
would
at
have been grace. There would have been grace given.
Exactly.
There
Next,
would have been grace given.
explain that, because this is what we saying. Okay, and then I want to tie it back to that relationship
Okay.
and love. Is it needed to be there?
Mm-hmm.
Grace is given when you can just tell a motherfucker ain't trying to be a bitch or a nigga ain't trying to be a dirtbag.
Right.
It's like when a woman's, I guess when a woman can see the same thing in her man.
Mhm.
If her man is getting up every morning, looking at the classifieds, hey baby, I'm going downtown, look for a job, and not coming home all miserable,
Right.
I think she can put up with him a little longer. But if
Right.
he got them, there ain't nothing out there today, I'm been so
Mhm.
hard, I think, motherfucker, get a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really feel me?
Right.
I really think we own to something tonight.
I promise you, Javon, it comes from the inside out. A lot of times we keep thinking all this beauty and all these pretty women are all that men want, but they don't have shit to do with what they're embodied in. The living soul is supplanted in the body you're in. It just is what it is. Your beauty has to come from the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Period. What we don't understand about Aisha, I think, is that she has this almost like a inflated ego, and I bring this up a lot because I want men to understand what inflated egos look like. She thinks I'm supposed to be all that and a bowl of grits because I am Aisha. However, if she would tune it down and come to reality and look at herself for who she is and beautify herself from the inside out like Halle Berry did, she would start to get attention from a different way. Not just from men that want to sleep with her, but from men that want to get to know her in her spirit. Because any man can want to sleep with a woman, but a man that wants to know you from a spirit space is a whole different energy.
Let me ask you,
Whole different energy.
let me ask you a question because I made a video about this the other day. I call it a whole phase. You said playgirl years.
Okay.
Now, I said in the beginning of my video,
Mm-hmm.
some women miss their whole years.
Mm-hmm.
But are whole years really necessary? Like, you don't have to be a hoe. But I'm asking you, is that something in women? Like, regardless, like it's so easy to say a man need to sow his oats and before he settle down and get married. It's so fucking easy to say that.
Right.
Is that something that's in women that we have overlooked through patriarchy and men saying women got to be virgins and blah blah blah? Is that something in women? Have women since the beginning of time been with their man, and regardless if their man was providing and protecting, needing that? Because I think bitches been cheating and having the wrong babies since the goddamn cavemans. I think caveman chick fucked her caveman's brother. Like, I think that's something. Is that something women need?
Yes.
Okay, because I really believe that. And
No,
see,
I
this
do.
this
I
is a
do
thing that
because,
fucked me up. Oh, go ahead. You respond to that.
and the reason I say from a raw space is because sometimes we have to know our value as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have your different variations of sexual experiences, it's not just about giving it up, like we always say, like the vagina is given
Mm-hmm.
away.
Yeah, you get confident. You know what you can do.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what can keep a man. And yeah,
what it is. It's supposed to be for us to understand intimacy, understand how to be wanted properly, understand well treatment, understand how to treat a man. All of these things come from having different variations and different lovers
relationships.
and
Yeah.
relationships. Problem is, a lot of times we get locked into one and then we don't do anything else. However, when it comes down to it, we're like, man, I feel like I missed out, and da, 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 and then we go on to this depression. Most men don't know why their woman is not happy or depressed. Steph don't know what's going on in her head. She hasn't had enough variety of lovers to know what she has as far as a woman is concerned. She doesn't know.
It's like what I hear from you. Now, say for example, Trey Prude says that I was never that and I don't desire it. need to be whole. Now, either she's misunderstanding what we're saying,
Right.
or she literally don't, she understands. And
Right.
so I want to say for example, how I can explain it and make it plain.
Okay.
Because when I said my video, I said, damn, she missed her hoe phase, but is that necessary? You don't have to be a hoe. But
Right.
then when I think about it as an adult, a plain human being, and I take all this fucking patriarchy and I take the Bible out of it and I take all this shit out of it,
Right.
I know as a man, I feel confident because I can slang this motherfucking dick.
Right.
And I'm serious.
Right.
And that gives me a certain confidence in dealing in a relationship
Right.
with a woman, to where it's like, oh, hey, yeah, I know. It's like, how can I say this? Because I don't want it to sound crude, but I'm trying to explain it so women can get it.
Right.
and show that I understand. It's like,
Right.
yeah, I might not be this and slacking here, but
Right.
let's keep it real. You're not gonna play me like a fucking simp, because I can fuck, bitch. And I know that means a lot to you. So it makes us not be so ready to be just go for anything. So I could see how a woman could say, okay, I've had a few lovers. You're not gonna do me like that because I know you can't eat pussy. I know you can't fuck. I know it's some things about you as a man that don't line up. You don't treat me like Craig. Or when I was with Steady B, I had it all. So I know from my experience as a woman what I need and want in a man. I know what I can offer. I know what I'm willing to trade. I know when I ain't finna compromise. And the women that don't get that, be like her. They be lame women. And I don't mean it like that, but it be like you can see it all over them. Like, oh, you can just see it all over them. It's like, where's
I haven't really had a match.
You don't know how to do what Miss Carla did in the beginning of the show. And I just simply said, oh, I like your headband. I never seen that. You don't know how to say. And I watch, and I'm not being funny. Trey, you don't know how to do that. You don't have that.
Right.
But she's a beautiful woman, and she through and through. But that thing that stands out, she doesn't have that. And I want to bring her on if she don't mind coming on, because she says, I literally don't. And that might be a perfect example. When she pop up, you're not going to see it on her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, one of the powerful things about having multiple lovers as a woman and not making it a stamp. And what I mean by that is you don't get a badge of honor for doing it.
No, not at all. And it's frowned upon.
But it's your own business as a woman.
It's needed to me. It's needed to me.
You have to know for yourself. I'm telling you as a woman to woman, it's very vital for you as a woman to understand who you are in that department, because it's going to come a time when your love affair can go left and you're going to be like, man, I don't even know what kind of things to pull out of my bag now, because I'm not even sure how to change some things up. I need to raise up the libido here. My man isn't really where he needs to be in that department. How can I make this better? If you had some experiences, sexual experiences, you can know, oh, you know what? I did do this way back when, and I know this worked.
Yeah, I'm putting a link up because me and Trey Prue are real cool.
Right.
And I don't want her to misunderstand. I want her to explain, how she feel. But I literally, what I'm simply saying is, and this is sad. It's sad that there's such a double standard out here, in both ways. There are double standards for men.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's advantageous for us. And there's double standards. If a man and a woman have a baby, that woman gonna get that baby if she ain't no crackhead. If they arguing over this baby, you know what I'm saying? So there are double standards for both situations. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Trey Prue?
What up? Good evening, y'all.
Good evening.
Hey, y'all. Miss Carla.
Hey, how are you this beautiful evening? We're both nibbling.
Right, on this grind at work.
So you know what we mean when we say the whole phase, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I did come in late, but you've talked about it before, and I've never had that.
Okay. Now, do you think that you lack something when it comes to men?
I will say off top, first thought that comes to mind. I dated. It wasn't really dating. I messed around with a guy who eventually talked about it, and he said that I was more for him better in the bedroom, and his ex-wife, who he was considering getting back with, was more for like traveling, things like traveling and hanging out. But
Yeah.
he enjoyed me more in the bedroom. So did I answer the question almost?
Right.
Okay.
Now, I don't think I lack it. But my reality is that I get that a lot. Men just want to screw, and then I get left because they have this thing about if somebody's cute, it's the fantasy I think that they have that they just want to smash. And I've never been on that. Anybody I was with, I liked for, longer periods of time and wanted to be with that person. And because I didn't know how to let go and I allowed myself to get attached to that person and the wrong thing, I was the one ending up hurt. So I think I got it. Like I've been in, relationships, a few of them, serious long-term relationships. I got it now. Shit, I just turned 53. You're not going to tell me what I don't have as far as if that's what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be and pursue. I'm saying that respectfully. I just don't have that desire.
Yeah. Now, let me respond to you what I mean, because you just explained exactly what the fuck I'm saying. Okay. You've had more long-term relationships, right?
Yes.
How many long-term relationships have you had in 52 years? 3. And you got hurt in all of them, right?
Yeah.
You just proved what I mean. You are a beautiful woman who men will be with, but not saying that they don't want to be with you in the long run. The absence of the whole phase makes a woman a kind of, I don't want to say boring. You know what I'm saying? The
absence of the whole phase, but behind closed doors, I mean, I'm still not a hoe, but that's what I'm saying.
I don't mean boring in bed.
Okay.
I don't mean boring in bed.
Okay.
I don't mean boring in bed.
And let me also add something for you.
Yeah, talk to me,
so you can get this too.
Mm-hmm.
Whole face doesn't always mean that you have multiple lovers, but what it does mean is that you have multiple interests.
Multiple who?
Interests.
Interests.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by that is men wanting to be in your presence just because you're you. Multiple men. That is, in and of itself, is something that gives a woman an inner confidence beyond words. And it's not just about him wanting to be with you intimately. He might like your intellect. He might like what you come with. He might like about you that just moves him. Y'all two might want to go somewhere. Y'all like to walk.
Let me cut you right there, Miss Carla, just so we don't get too far past that point. The point is I picked all the ones who did not go for that. They wanted the bedroom experience. That was my mistake. Those were my mistakes to make. So since I, like Giovanna taught a while back about, I need to start going for the one that I don't like, because the one that I do like, all he want to do is have sex. He's not trying to get up into that intellectual. And I will meet that 50-50 because the state of mind I was in for years, I wasn't there. So I will say that if I did, all I did present was a physical experience, okay. But nowadays it is more like no, I'm learning me. I know who I am. I can appreciate who I think I am as a person, as a woman, as a mother, a grandmother, as a daughter, as a sister. Like it's all coming full circle.
Right.
The last 5 years or so that I left my husband, who didn't marry for this, but that was my mistake to make. So they're not after the intellectual still, even out here on the West Coast. Like,
well, what I was going to tell you is,
go ahead.
what I was going to explain is one of the things that I'm working with one of my clients that I've been working with. I told her, I said, listen, here's what's true. You're beautiful, like I told her. And what I'm encouraging her to do is don't just cut them off if they only want you physically. Don't just cut them off if they only want to have you to go to Cracker Barrel. Don't just cut them off if they only want to just come by every now and then and go home. What I'm saying is we are of higher value 50 plus right now. And most men want to spend time with us, believe it or not. Here's what's true. Right now, we are a hot commodity. We are on the highest of the totem pole right now as we speak. Men love to be around beautiful women. Some physical, some not. But what I'm telling you is have an array of different gents in your presence, not to define nothing. Just allow them to spend time and get to know you. Because what has happened is, if we get to this point, then your mind is fucking it all up. If that makes sense. So take that off the table and say, let's just let it evolve into what it's going to evolve into and not make it so difficult for you.
I think let me try to explain this in a way, because we're looking at it. Sex is too much of a part of it. Say, for example, I know girls that you won't gonna get to fuck them, but they was gonna tease the fuck out of you. They know men. They know men. When you don't know men, you find yourself in situations where it's easy for a man to just want you for some pussy. It's hard to decipher if a man know your mind or want you for the bedroom or not. So when
that's the difference.
That's when I don't mean fucking. I mean, when I say whole phase, it's like some of it might be fucking, but there are some women out here that know men. And the only way you can know men is to be around men and date men. So if you haven't been around a lot of men and dated a lot of men, it's going to be harder for you to understand if this man gaming you just because I'm going to stay with you 2 years just because you got some good pussy.
Right.
Yeah. Can I answer that before I do have to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in my younger years of 2 relationships and 1 marriage, the marriage started at what? I think I got married at 40, 41. In the younger years, I was not exposed to a lot of things, including being around men. Then eventually I was around males, but they were not men. I didn't learn what a man should look like until I met you. So those kind of things that you taught, and I'm not saying it just to be saying it. I'm talking about the things that you taught and said began to stick out to me. I couldn't decipher. I didn't know. I was so stuck on feelings, my feelings, especially after sex, that love was what love was, right? But it wasn't. So, but until I started, and maybe I'm taking it over the board, but I'd rather do that than be under the board. Until I started listening to you, now certain things about males that I'm around start sticking out, and I'm like, no, that's not it. So nowadays, last 5-6 years for sure, I've been out here around coworkers in Las Vegas, moving around. I'm around males. I'm around the group, but I'm waiting for that one that looks like what you describe and who you are in that way to stand out to me.
You just prove what I'm saying. You got around a fucking. I've been your internet boyfriend for a long time, so now you understand.
I'm one of the wives. You just don't already know. You know though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People, now we getting to the point where it's true. What I'm saying is, when you don't have a whole phase, whether you fucking or just entertaining men, you don't get. Every man ain't a man, so you might had to be around 5 males just to get the one man. But if you ain't been around with 3 males, you ain't met a real man yet. So when you met me, you're like, okay, I got some to compare manhood to.
Right.
That's what we mean.
Probably the first time. Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. So say, for example, if a woman at 20 years old, date 10 men. By the time she's 30, she didn't figure out through trial and error of all those 10 bad things. She didn't figure out what a fucking man is.
Right.
It was harder for you because you didn't have your whole face. We're not saying you should want one. We just think if you don't have one, you're gonna have a hard time knowing what a nigga just want to fuck you, take your money. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I do think if I hadn't ran into you, I'd be somewhat in that similar boat. I'm not necessarily in the same boat no more, but I'm learning.
And look, Trey Fruit, and this is where I joke. You'd be funny for a sec. She almost, you see, this woman is beautiful, but she almost sitting up there looking like Aisha Curry. Like, girl, your whole face. It's all
that's all right.
No, I'm fucking
that's
with
all
you.
Right.
It's like, but you see what we saying now. It's like, it's not the thing that we like go out here and be a hoe. We just like, hey, I would tell a man, any man, hey, the more women you be around, the better you know women.
Right.
You'll know.
Right.
It take to get fucked over by a woman that just wants your money to know what a gold digger look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not saying it's bad or good. We just saying lack of experience is going to make it harder for you to tell. The older you get, it's going to be more and more harder because men get more and more motherfucking more game. It's like,
listen,
50-year-old nigga, he got mad game now. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I appreciate it. I always like to tune in to hear, but also if I can contribute, I like to do it more. But I'm out here, you know.
Yeah, and look. Guess what
We
you
appreciate
did?
you so much.
You contributed so well because when you first came in, you understood it was somewhat of a misunderstanding, but now you clearly got it. Like I said, I've been your internet boyfriend, so you know what. When you meet a guy, you run that shit through this filter up Javon. And when I say internet boyfriend, I'm joking, but I know I've been your internet boyfriend. I've been your goddamn father, some. I've been your brother, some. Your cousin, your uncle. I've been your best friend. That's
exactly
women.
Exactly.
That's my purpose for being on the internet.
Right.
I'm the woman whisperer.
Exactly.
I'm the father to women who.
Thank you.
They have one. Right.
Exactly. So
before I go, I don't send that cash app for no reason. I do that because it's real. I ain't looking for no favor from you or nothing. It's real. So you let them learn the same and do the same. Look, I appreciate you.
Cash apps for what? 7-8 years, right? How long you been in it? Yeah. So that's what I mean. But I appreciate you, Trey Prue.
Thank you both.
Be safe. Be safe.
I will. Thank you.
And I want to show y'all, the audience, an example of me as a man. Because that was a situation that could have went wrong. At first, she was misunderstanding. And like I said, this woman is one of my biggest contributors. I love her, but I'm not going to sit here and not let her understand what the fuck we mean. Because that's how you end up being with men that you say, well, damn, I only want me for pussy and never want my brain. You ain't fuck with enough niggas to know when a nigga gaming you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's unfair that we think about this, Carla. Men. Now, it would be a man patriarchy to create this. Think about this.
Okay.
And I got a daughter now. Think about this. Really think about this.
Okay.
You're supposed to be 15, 16 when this grown ass big dick man come along and bust your virgin pussy up. And now you got to do everything he said do.
Right.
What the fuck? That's what we want our women and daughters to go through.
Right.
If you really think about it, you got to meet. I don't want my daughter to all of a sudden at 20 years old just meet a guy and he a grown motherfucker, know everything about life, know everything about game, and know everything about manipulation. She ain't been nowhere, traveled. She don't understand, man. Now all of a sudden she in a relationship with him where she got to do every fucking thing he say, submit, and he might beat her motherfucking ass if she don't do right.
No.
Those women back in the day, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying they didn't have options. And when I say options, a level of understanding. But I know, I really believe them women was motherfucking slicker than we thought. Because what you ain't gonna do is quell human nature. Them motherfucking women was slicker than we thought they was. Look, that's why I went into an open marriage, because I said, ain't no motherfucking woman gonna fool me like she don't want no dick. Like I want some pussy, bitch. Who you think you fooling? You think
Right.
you can fool me to think you a better human being, that you wouldn't desire newness and you wouldn't desire attention like I do? You think I'm fucking stupid? You must think that I think the brainwashing worked. It's really just men trying to brainwash women.
Right.
That's all. I don't think
And
this
to be honest with you, I feel like all relationships are subject to change. I think you can go into a monogamy space. You can go into monogamy. You can go into polyamory, whatever. You can go into different versions in the actual relationship you're in. It can change. It can evolve. It can spin.
This
Problem
brother
is,
said something dope. Men look at relationships at younger ages with cars, with women like cars. Men choose red sports cars because of reputation and fun and speed. As we get older, we buy a car for comfort and longevity. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But women, watch this.
okay,
A woman could get into a situation like in Trey Pooh's age, older,
right.
or in a situation, and if you don't know that, you may be wondering, why ain't this man so sexually into me? And he like, shit, I'm with you because I'm old. I'm ready for a woman that can cook, settle down, I can't even fuck like I used to. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be his freaky dicky, and you wonder why he's not interested in me and slut. So it's a beautiful situation. But I want to go back to that love thing because I think that was a great example and a great conversation.
Okay.
And I think that's something I want to talk about more in the future. Like I think, how can I say this? I say it all the time. I'm gonna use a saying. I say there is no lack of female influence and leadership in the Black community. Every man grew up with his mama, grandma, whether his father was there or not. He grew up with his mama, grandma's, aunties. So men know by osmosis what a hoe is, what a tramp is, what a decent woman is, because our female elders then told us.
Right.
We know. Whereas there's a lack of male leadership in the Black community. So a lot of women are growing up without an uncle, a father, a big brother, a cousin. So the only way a woman can learn about men is literally get fucked over. Women learn about men and what's a good man by getting fucked over. Okay. He fucked me over. He fucked me over. He fucked me over. After you get fucked over 5 or 6 times, you know what not. Okay, those are the red flags to look for. That's what the story is about. You ever heard the story the princess that kissed the frogs and the frogs kept being frogs and then it finally turned to a princess? That's what the story is saying. Women, because you don't know like men know, because men are choosing what we want. Only way we get our heart broke is we go out and choose the wrong goddamn thing. Wrong reasons. So we have some control in that. Whereas a woman is kind of like, well, damn, I don't understand. Okay, now that I'd have been fucked over 7, 8 times, I know what not to fall for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Sometime a woman end up marrying the first guy that's trying to fuck them over. You see what I'm saying? The first guy that she meets, she marries a motherfucker that 21 that's trying to fuck her over. Or
it's just her first love. Like Aisha. I think Aisha is with her first love, and there was no other opportunities.
Yeah.
So when you are in that position, a lot of times you are just in that position and you have nothing to compare it to. So you're bored.
And guess what, Miss Carla? I swear to God on my life, I understand exactly what the fuck she's saying.
Right.
You just don't have the right spirit and personality for us to empathize. Because what she's really saying is this. If I want to be honest, I know what that woman's saying. That woman's saying, you know what? Now that I done had kids and I got a husband, and it's so hard for women to say this. And she's whether people know that, I have to give her credit. She's brave for saying what she's saying.
Right.
She just don't know how to fucking do it. She ain't got no swagger. She ain't got no personality.
Right.
Cause she ain't fucked with enough niggas. See, when you fuck with enough
well,
niggas,
you said it.
you get some swag and personality.
Right.
What this woman is really saying, I get her. This woman is saying, I done had my kids, and I love Steph. I ain't had no fun. And now that she look at her life,
right,
she see her kids gonna be okay,
Right.
regardless of her and Steph together or not.
Mhm.
And she know it ain't no malice. But when that tall black motherfucker came out there, you see when that guy came out there with the shirt off and she act like she took her ring off? You ain't see that?
I didn't see that.
Okay, you got to go back and see that. She was
Okay.
on a show. This is for context. She was on a show with the 4 or 5 women, and they said, Carrie, it's time for drinks. And they had a guy with no shirt on bring the drinks out. And all the women start cheering because it was a big, tall, black, sexy motherfucker. So
Okay.
she did like this, like, ooh,
Oh.
I'm taking my ring off.
Okay.
Now, what Trav said, the soul can't hide nothing the behavior won't reveal.
Yes.
That woman
Yesterday.
accidentally said, hey, I want to be hammer fucked by a big black nigga. That's all that was. Steph Curry, a little yellow motherfucker. It's just, no. I'm being real.
Right.
It's no different than me. I got a beautiful wife, brown skin.
Right.
Sometime I wake up and I can see a chocolate woman. And I said, man, I want to see that fucking chocolate body naked so motherfucking bad.
Okay.
And sometime I can wake up and see old big BBW fat girl and be like, man, I want to get between them big ass, soft, fat thighs and lay on that fat stomach, boy. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's how people feel in their mind.
Right.
Just that she's a woman. Imagine how it feels to want something so bad and you know what it's like. But imagine to want something so bad and you don't even know what it's like.
You have no idea. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I understand the woman.
Right.
She just ain't got the right personality.
No.
She ain't pure enough to, you know what I'm saying? And she don't mean no harm, but it's just is what it is. And guess what?
What?
This is what you were saying earlier. You know where her and Steph is right now? For her to say that, they on brother sister love time. The romance is gone. You see what I'm saying? That's what, but that don't mean it's time for them to break up because she ain't feeling that.
No.
In America, they gonna encourage her. Well, go out and try this and do this and do this if you ain't feeling that.
Right. And we also have to be honest. Like once you have children, sometimes women's libido, or should I say desire for men, changes. So after each pregnancy, sometimes the postpartum is a little longer than others.
Yeah.
So she might be having some issues there. But outside of that, I think she's curious. She's never been touched by another man. She's probably never had anything else. She sees all these women wanting Steph. She's feeling away.
Yeah.
But the problem is she doesn't have enough swag in her spirit alone, to where she is really into herself. She doesn't walk past a mirror and wink at herself. She doesn't love, I'm talking about love on her body like she should. I'm talking about taking some really good Victoria's Secret lotion and rubbing herself down. She don't do that kind of stuff. And when you don't, what happens is a lot of times we look outside of self to get that gratification.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I literally watched my wife start loving on herself when Lynn moved in.
You got to.
I watched it. Like I literally watched my wife. My wife was a take a bath person and shower person. But when Lynn moved in and I would go in the back and she would have the fucking lights a certain way. She done bought certain lights for the bedroom and the bathroom. And I'm like, Chris, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm taking a bath. I'm having a glass of wine. She started loving herself more and more. And see, that's what people don't understand about poly or understand, like, not even about poly. You don't understand nothing you've experienced because you ain't experienced. Right. I watched my wife when another woman came into this house. When people say, oh, she should be so jealous.
For what?
See our relationship and say, man, I'm gonna have me and her gonna have to do a show about that one night. Let her explain it. Cause I was like, you didn't turn into this Calgon, take me away, pamper myself person.
Absolutely.
And she was like, yeah, I gotta have something to do when you got down with Lynn. She said that shit making me love and know myself.
Right. Absolutely.
And I'm like, wow, I'm not, and she still do it to this day.
Man, I made love to myself so good the other day. I thought I was in ecstasy.
Say,
Took me a while to come out.
Back yourself off. I'm just playing. Like,
I was like, woo. I rubbed myself down so good. I was like really having to just be like, man, that was
when
on
she said it right there, I dated myself. You see what I'm saying?
You have
That's,
to. Yes.
That's something that I watched happen that the average person would be like, oh, what in the world? Da, 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 da.
Because
So
it's a part of us when we really love on ourselves that another person to match that, the sex is going to be out the park. Period. When I love on and listen, when I was loving on self, and I'm like, listen, the next time I make good love again, and he matches that, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Period. It's just going to be great.
And it's kind of like what we were saying before about the experiences. And I don't want to call it a whole phase or a playgirl phase. It's just, because when you say whole girl phase or playgirl phase, people immediately not going to tell the truth about whether they had it or not because they think, how many people did I fuck? I don't want to admit
the body count is irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, I had a homegirl in high school growing up. Everybody wanted this girl. And everybody was coming at this girl. And guess what? She will let you date her, take her out. She was enjoying everything, but she won't fucking nobody.
For what?
But
she
guess what?
Everything she needed.
By the time she started fucking, couldn't anybody fuck. And she got married to a top dog nigga early. And they still married to this day. You know why? Because she knew men. So many men then tried to fuck this girl that she knew men, and she won't falling for no bullshit. And she didn't went out on enough dates to know when a nigga being cheap, when a nigga being genuine, when a nigga want to kiss afterward. She knew men enough.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
She got educated.
Yeah, exactly. So even as a dude, like say for example, if you don't experience something, how will you know whether it's good or not? So say for example, let's not use none sexually because people be like, you use sex too much. Like everybody fucking, so it's the easiest thing everybody can relate to. But I'm gonna use something else. So say for example, if let's do something silly.
Okay.
As a man, I like for a woman to crack my knuckles, right?
Okay.
If I've only had one woman crack my knuckles and she don't do right, what would I might say? Man, cracking my knuckles ain't even good. I don't want my knuckles cracked.
Right.
You ain't even got nothing to compare it to.
No.
Then if I had two women crack my knuckles, I know she just terrible at cracking fucking knuckles.
Right.
I do like getting my knuckles cracked.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
There are times where I have seen women or seen men say on different shows and podcasts, I don't really like no head. I ain't care for no head till I met my wife. You know what I'm saying? I've heard people say that, like men. That's some men that say when we talking, like it's a common thing. Kind of. That's why a eater is so important.
Right.
Like men say that, and I don't come off no head, man. I can't come off no head, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it's like men will be like your homeboys come to you, y'all sitting around smoking or playing Monopoly or drinking, and your nigga say, "Hey, dog, guess what?" Niggas be like, what? Man, I met a chick made me come off some head. And we be like, for real? And he like, yeah. And guess what? Nigga, we kicking it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't realize you don't know what the best is that you really like until you experience certain things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I remember when I was like, man, I don't fuck some head. I want to blow a bitch mind. I don't get nothing about no damn head. I want to get to that pussy. And then I met my wife and she gave me some head. I was like, I like head now.
Right.
It's not that I didn't like head before.
Right.
That's like shit. Head ain't no big of a thing. Like, why y'all niggas be going crazy over head like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or even in the very same way, it don't have to be sexual. It could be like, man, I went out with a woman, man. She was so damn pleasant to the waitress. Man, that shit was so pleasant. That's one of the things I liked about my wife. She was pleasant to the waitress.
See?
I done went out with so many women, and I teach my sons, and fellas, I'm giving y'all some game. If the bitch can't treat the person that's bringing her food with respect, if she ain't got
Right.
enough sense to do that, that bitch ain't shit.
You said it.
You have to experience this though.
Right.
You have to go out with women and say, damn, why all y'all bitches rude to the waitress? And then when you see a woman that's not rude to the waitress, oh, it's fine. Let's take your time. It's like, now
Right.
I know what a pleasant, agreeable woman is. Somebody that's concerned. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I was walking around saying, man, bitches treat the waitress like shit. And then
It's unacceptable. It's like, if you're going to be nasty, then that means you're going to treat me nasty when the doors are closed.
You have to experience that. You have to have experiences to know that.
Right.
I can list so many things that say, but this is the thing why shit go wrong so much. I think why we frown on women for these experiences, or society don't even want them to have them.
Well, because you have to remember, a woman is considered tarnished when she's touched by multiple men. And even touch can be engaged with.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And it's like, well, I'm going to engage with different men. It doesn't make sense for me not to be.
But Carla, we know that's a lie. Think about this. When we look at the real world, right?
Yes.
We talk this talk.
Yes.
And niggas be saying this shit on social media, right? But let's just be real. Just look around. We'll use celebrities first, and then we'll use real life.
Okay.
Why all the top rich men be fucking with the same top fucking women? If we really think once a woman is touched,
right?
Why motherfucking Sierra got Russell Wilson? If that's no, I'm serious. If that's really the fucking bullshit we trying to say,
right?
Because I know when I was young, if my homeboy fucked a fine chick and I said, was she easy? He said, yeah, I'm going straight to her.
Right.
I don't say, oh, she fucked somebody, she's tarnished.
No.
When you look around, because in our society, what do we base everything off? The man with the money and the beautiful woman, right?
Yes.
Why it seem like the men with money and the beautiful women always passing around fucking each other? That's proof we don't give a fuck about that tarnished shit. That's some Bible bullshit that men is trying to use against women.
Right.
Men don't give a fuck about that tarnished shit. When you see Jezebel, Queen of Sheba.
No, you're right.
Men from Mars came to fuck with this bitch. So men need to what it is. Man just want a bitch that want to feel good in his ego. Because like I said, it's Klay Thompson. Megan Thee Stallion is a fine, big, beautiful chick.
Mm-hmm.
Klay Thompson is a rich motherfucker.
Right.
We done seen Megan Thee Stallion passed around the industry, and Klay Thompson still want her.
Right.
And any motherfucking man on this motherfucking timeline, well, with the money Megan Thee Stallion got and how she looked, if Megan Thee Stallion gave you the opportunity to be with her, you fucking with her.
Right.
Cut this shit. Right now, if Halle Berry gave me the opportunity to get some of that pussy, I'm down. You see what I'm saying? That be some of the problem with the lies that go on in society.
I know, but that's what I mean, is that there's a lot of lies being told. But the truth is, when you really look at it, it's like, no, you really want a woman that isn't inexperienced. That's really irritating to men.
Yeah.
That's no cap. Men cannot stand it. Like, I gotta teach her everything.
Your hands. Go down. Stop.
This is a lot of work.
Hey, girl, look, that shit you seen on porn with all that spit, I don't like that. I know on porn you like throw up. Bitch, if you hawk on me, bitch, I'll cut your fucking bitch. I wish you would hawk on my nuts. You remember that song where R. Kelly said, bitch, I wish you would burn my motherfucking clothes. Like, who you think you is?
I don't know, but men don't have it to do. They don't. They want to be able to feel intimately compatible, so they want that flow. And if there are certain things he desires or likes, he wants to be able to be like, okay, yeah, I kind of like that or whatever, but he doesn't want to be your teacher. you're a master teacher, but you don't want to be in there teaching no woman full time.
And
Oh,
you,
wait, I
as
need
a
to do
woman,
this and do that.
and as a woman, I've heard women joke, you know, growing up being around women and my aunties and so many
Right.
women, and I've even had a woman tell me, I thought I was a pussy eating champ, tell me, boy, get from down there playing around. You know what I'm saying? In my younger years, and I like shit. I thought all the other women said I was good doing what I was doing. Boy, get from down there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a situation where
Oh my
you don't, you know what I'm saying? These are the things we don't talk about.
Right.
In the sense of realness.
Right.
But before we get out of here, back to the full subject,
Okay.
meaning this, and I want to have this conversation again of
We can do a
piggyback.
part two. You know me,
Yeah.
I'll do a part two.
We'll do a part two. I want to really delve into all of that we had,
Right.
and that's how we get to the point where love and people breaking up, we don't know what love is because we haven't had those certain experiences. We haven't been through a situation where somebody got sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be with a person and you love how they provide for you, or you love how they, and it's like, baby, I'm sick. I can't be freaky deaky like I used to. I hurt my back in a car accident. Now, what I'm saying is,
we have to reinvent.
The morphing has to happen. And I like to say morph, but I know what you mean when you say reinvent.
I love your word. Morph is dope too.
The reason I say morph, because morph accidentally happens. Reinvent seem like we make a notice. Hey, look, I noticed your back is hurting and you can't fuck like you used to. Now you definitely gonna have to goddamn make a little bit more money. You're gonna have to clean, you know what I'm saying? So that morph is like, well, my back hurt, you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, she like, damn, I like riding dick. And he like, yeah, my back hurt. I like it too.
Right. No, I love it because we don't talk about this enough, but this is true. I love what you're saying. It's fact.
Yeah. Because if somebody was to ask me, and if I had to tell the youth moving forward and say, do you love your wife? Not at all. I need my wife. I need my wife. I don't like that love shit. That everything that y'all think is love, we fucked that up already. Trust, we done violated each other's trust, but we still here. You see what I'm saying? All that shit, all that bullshit, we still here. It's almost like this. When you got a brother, a cousin, or a sister, she might steal from you and violate your trust, but you still want them to be your sister.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a thing where I hate the fact that we got to say, they did something I ain't like, or they did something ain't make me feel good. That mean they ain't love me. Get out of here, you fucking child. You a child.
Right. That's
I know this older couple. And this is when I started to learn this, and then I'm gonna let you wrap it up. It's this older couple me and my wife met. We want to be like them. Like, we think they the dopest oldest couple. They've been together 50-some years.
Wow.
And they kind of like our mentors.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And one day we was all out and we was eating, and somehow some said something and they made a joke. And he said, yeah, I might have the damn such and such when I get home. She says, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't touched this pussy in 6 years. And he started laughing. And we and Chris looked at each other. And I couldn't help but say, come on, man. What you mean? Y'all ain't had sex in 6 years. And then they start counting, you know, when Junebug was going, you remember when Junebug died, that we went into the funeral, such and such. And they was really adding it up. And I was like, y'all serious?
Wow.
And they was like, yeah. And then in my mind, I said, well, somebody done did something. Ain't did that. Like, what the hell going on? They was like, we don't know and we don't care. Wow. It's almost like that's when I realized whether it's sex, money, finances, whatever it is, it's some shit that may dwindle away. And how they still together. Right. We look up to these motherfuckers and y'all ain't fucking. What y'all got that's done replaced that's so good?
Well,
that shit fucked me up. I was like, what you mean you ain't touched her?
Right.
I'm thinking they playing. And I swear to God, when you look at them, they glow.
Wow.
They glow.
So what are they
I
doing?
might try to have them on. I don't know what they doing.
Mm.
And that's the thing. They said, we don't know. Maybe he get his little thing on the side. Maybe they got something. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't know.
I don't know either. We're gonna
I
have to
don't
figure
know.
that out.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they got going on. But the point
Wow.
I'm making is
Yeah.
everything that we think
Mm-hmm.
should make us feel love may not be the thing that holds you in it. And
No.
people need to know that.
Oof.
Like say, for example,
Mm.
I never knew to see my wife mother my daughter would make me goddamn run through a brick wall. I
Mm.
never knew that. I
Right.
didn't know that.
Right.
Like the way my wife mothers my daughter,
Mm.
gets her up for school, does her hair, dresses her. They dress alike every day. When I go to the school, everybody know my daughter, everybody know her, and it's just like I wouldn't have never thought. I didn't know that would look like that.
Right.
That right there,
Mm-hmm.
that right there.
I already know.
When I'm out of town, I'm going right back fuck home.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
like I was just in Atlanta and the chick was like, yeah, I said, bitch, I'm going home. She like, for real tonight? I said, girl, you look good. I swear to God, you a motherfucking fantasy. But guess what? I'm going to fuck home. Not because I don't want to fuck you. I want to be home with Chris and Crystal Moore.
I love it.
It's something you can earn a respect that you don't even know you can earn.
Well,
That's what I want people to understand. Like once you start walking the journey, that feel good shit might dwindle, but as you walk the journey, things of substance become so much stronger.
right. Yes.
But we'll talk about I don't feel like kissing him no more. That shit crazy. So what if y'all don't feel like kissing no more?
Right.
I hope. Can you sum up what I'm saying, or can you sum up the lesson for today? Because I hope people really get it. I think we own this something. I think we own this some as far as because the people that have been in enduring relationships know this. They may not say it to each other, or they might not be as open to say it to the world. But it's a married couple could be sitting back right now saying, "I know exactly what the fuck he talking about." I remember when this right here stopped or this fling stopped, and I'm like, shit, this motherfucker take too good of care of me. And I'm watching this man get up every morning and work that job, or I'm watching this woman fucking study and get her degree. Man, I ain't never know you was that smart.
Right.
I never looked at my wife and think she could have a master's degree.
Right.
Just seeing people grow. Just seeing people grow.
But again, this is the part. This is the power of love is that it evolves. There is a huge dynamic in power when you evolve and you grow and you stop putting parameters around it like we have to have it to be this in order for me to accept it as this. Allow it. Just see what happens. Stop putting all these labels on stuff. We mess it up every time. But once we really sit back and pay attention, you didn't know you were going to be in a monogamy relationship. You had no idea.
And it's almost like if I know for a fact if somebody was to come to me now, when me and my wife first got married, I said I need to have the option. I ain't no whore. I'm not promiscuous. I'm very fucking selective.
Right.
I knew I needed the option because I wasn't gonna build an empire and lose my family behind some pussy on the side that I knew I was going to eventually hit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if somebody was to come to me now and say, "Hey, could you be monogamous?" If your wife told you you got to be monogamous, I said, "Yeah, fuck yeah." I wouldn't cheat because my life with her and Crystal is so much better than a woman on the side. In the beginning of my marriage, we didn't have that. She hadn't earned that. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Okay.
But then, whereas I said my man Trav is a superhero, Trav said he's never cheated, and I believe him. But he explained what him and his wife went through in the beginning that made him like that. So they had that thing that in the beginning. I had it later on.
Well, what did he have in the beginning?
I mean, he was telling me something about they lost a child together, and once they
Oh,
experienced that moment together, and
okay.
and they both wanted a child so bad, once they experienced that together, it tied them together
Okay.
solely in a different way. That he like, man, I look at this woman in a totally different way. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. But
So
no explanation necessary after that.
yeah, exactly. So it's just a situation where uh you don't know when you going into some, and this is what's so crazy. And how I say romance in this word. And but watch this, Carla. They make us stand up and say, I promise to love you forever. No, not to forsake you, no matter what, rich or poor, sickness and health, blah, 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 blah. You just made me swear that to God.
Right.
But I understand why they say that.
Mm,
Now
okay.
they saying what they really saying is this shit better be founded on some other than how you feel today in this goddamn wedding. That's what they really saying. That's what they really saying. You got to think about the elders. You got to think about this. Our elders have always figured out a way to make one of the best moments where you, hey, grandma, this my best day in the world. Imagine this when you really think about it. Y'all feeling in love, the male crying, she getting what she want.
Right.
She getting what she want.
Yeah.
She got on her dress. She
Yeah.
gets everything she ever dreamed of. He's crying. And then in the middle, before that, they said, is it any motherfucker in here that think this shit don't supposed to go? That's what any side bitch, anybody in the middle of your best moment, here come grandma. That's some grandma shit. Now, is it anybody in here know any motherfucking thing that she was cheating last night? She fucked such that ain't her baby, and that ain't Joseph's baby in Mary's stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And even after that, in the middle of this beautiful moment, now you know how you feel today
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna last forever. You got to love this motherfucker through sickness and health, richer or poor, better or for worse. Now, this is what fucked me up. That better or worse.
Okay.
What the fuck is all that? That's what people don't understand.
They don't.
Okay, well, when you say sickness and health, okay, if the bitch gets sick, the nigga gets sick, I can do that.
Right.
Rich or poor, okay, I understand if we lose money.
Right.
For better or worse, okay.
That's treatment. That's treatment.
But what could go in it though?
That's treatment. How you're treated. That's what that is.
I see it as, what if you get cheated on?
That's treatment.
What if he steal from you?
Treatment.
Yeah, like you said, treatment. It's too much under that.
Treatment. If it goes and plunges into the dirt, are you still going to stay married? Treatment is to the shits.
Yeah. Well, you said we was gonna freestyle tonight. I think this is our first freestyle. You know what I'm saying? You know, you always got something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always figuring. But yeah, man, it's like I definitely want to have a part 2 of this.
We're gonna have a part 2.
And at this point, you know, in the part 2, you do what you do. You sit back and watch this and recompile all this. And I want you to come up with a better way to explain love from our conversation tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know you can do it. Yeah, a better way to explain love, because that goddamn, you know, it's funny because the way the Bible describes love, it describes it so well, but people say that's too much. No, oh my God, it's coming to me. Think about it.
Right.
The way the Bible describes love is on the polar end of the stick of the way the Bible said love is patient, it's kind, it's not self-serving, it's not jealous, it's slow to wrath, it's not envious. Good God Almighty.
Well, Aisha isn't doing too good off that alone. She's struggling with jealousy.
Yeah, she's jealous as hell of Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? I remember me and my ex was talking one day, and it was somebody, and we was together, and all it takes is the smallest little epiphany for me.
Right.
And somebody, we was in a group of people at like a dinner party or something, and somebody was like, "Ha, your husband is so funny." And I heard her through the silence of my voice cross the room. Say, he ain't funny. I said, uh-oh, that bitch jealous of me. You finna get left.
Oh,
What you mean I ain't funny? You saying I ain't funny? That's I knew. But see, I've been around bitches enough to know when a bitch jealous, it's time to put skates on her. So I didn't stay in that long term. I'm suffering. I knew enough when it's my time to shine and you ain't motherfucking my biggest fan, bitch, you jealous of me. Now, if I want that smart.
And didn't she say you were silly or something?
Yeah, she's like, he ain't funny, he's silly. Maybe I told a story, but I've said before, that's why I left. It's something simple as that. I knew and had been around enough women to know you jealous of me.
Right.
I can't stay with you, but I had to be around enough women to know that.
Right, but I think Aisha is already showing the signs.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like Lauryn Hill and all those years she went through with Bob Marley. I mean, that Marley boy. I don't think Lauryn had been with enough niggas to know this Marley boy jealous of me.
Mm.
He telling me he don't want me singing. He don't want me doing this. Boy, do you know I am the female version of your father? You can clearly see that Marley boy was jealous of her.
Right.
And she ain't been, and watch this, let's be real. That bitch ain't been right since that nigga. Don't come to her shows on time. He fucked that girl up. And the reason I believe he fucked her up is because he wanted to be Bob Marley.
Right.
But when it came down to playing that motherfucking guitar and singing those songs,
could not do it.
Lauryn Hill had something. Lauryn Hill had some with it almost was like she was Bob Marley.
I know.
Reincarnated as a woman.
I
and
know.
That boy was jealous and he couldn't take that.
I know.
He fucked that girl and fucked her career up and she ain't never been the same.
I know. But you know as well as I do, it will destroy.
Mm-hmm.
It will destroy.
I think if Lauryn Hill had enough guys or been in enough situations, she'd have been able to say, this motherfucker.
She would have saw. She would have been able to.
Yeah, this motherfucker jealous of me. Exactly.
Right. Yes.
Well, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all stay tuned in, turned on, and tapped in. Y'all stay tuned in tomorrow night. My guy Trav Perry, Facebook 9:30. Hood Soul. You already know what time it is. Peace.
Bye, guys.